Last thing I got on the list over here, Toronto rents falling. I don't know if you guys have been up on all of these the rents going into the floor now. So I'll play a clip.
What do you mean into the floor? Or out the roof?
No, not out the roof.
They're going down.
Into the floor.
Yeah, they're going down now.
Yeah. As a renter, praise God.
I
know. W.
Okay, so I'll play the clip over here. If you
I love where I'm living.
Has started to descend back to earth in much of the GTA, and the latest numbers from rentals.ca and Urbanation finds one-bedroom rentals are now at lows unseen since May 2022.
So for a close look at what's taking shape from rentals.ca, Associate Director of Communications, Giacomo Lattis, joining us. Giacomo, nice to see you again this morning.
That wasn't in the news story.
Where the housing market's expected to go. We know the Bank of Canada is going to talk tomorrow potentially about interest rates. But in terms of rents, it's an interesting dynamic right now because according to your numbers, rents have come down, but landlords are asking for what would seem to be more than what they could potentially get here. Can you explain the gap here?
Yeah, the rental market is going, and of course, good morning. Nice to be chatting with you guys again. The rental market is going through a really interesting period of uncertainty here, right? Especially in the short term. Demand has really pulled back due to flattening population growth. And of course, with this economic uncertainty that's happening right now, people have less money to spend on new premium rentals or what these new rental prices are being asked for, especially when they're going on sites like rentals.ca. And when you couple that with all this new supply coming to the market, you get rents coming down as they have been doing so for a few years right now. You know, Toronto rents right now are actually the lowest they've been since May of 2022, which shows that demand right now is really, really low. People are not willing to pay the prices that Toronto rents were once at. It wasn't that long ago where the average apartment in Toronto was approaching $3,000 a month.
Jesus.
Now it's around $2,500 a month. Still expensive, but not what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And when you talk about
Okay, so
you know that's my cousin.
That's your cousin?
No, I'm joking.
I'm like, what the hell?
But and there's more details that he's obviously going to give. I only played like a minute and change of the video, but with those details that he even gave so far, like they said population flatten or whatever. Like, so I guess less people are coming into the country now. There's a lot of factors that are making the rent go down.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Freaking $3,000 for a one-bedroom apartment downtown, bro.
Crezy.
That's an idiot thing.
I also feel like you're speaking about barrier of entry. I feel like nowadays more landlords are willing to forego or bypass the like employment letters or like the bank statements. Like as long as you have
depends on where you're going.
They want to see that because they know people are being like vagabonds, right? Or whatever. And like squatters.
But
right?
think about it. Like if you own a property, you want the rent, like you don't want to pay tax on it. So you'd rather someone that's just going to give you cash and you don't got to report it.
Not with today's society, bro.
Because then
the man will squat on your thing. Fam, you know how hard it is to get someone out of an Airbnb right now if you go and squat in there?
There was the story that we reported the other day where the man didn't want to leave the Airbnb.
He's
still there.
I have a friend. that one, they were living in hotels. And I was like, one day I went by the hotel. I'm like, what are you guys doing here? Go get an Airbnb. He said, yeah, right, Eureka. 2 and 2. He's in the Airbnb. Full plushed out Airbnb. 2 and 2. I don't know what happened. Something with the furnace, something downstairs, something happened. And he just reported it. And all of a sudden, the place was his.
A mod thing.
I know it sounds like another fucking Fat Joe story, but I swear to God,
they put the property in his name.
They put the property in his name.
He owns it now.
And
they was at the courthouse together,
and he started kicking out people out of the place. It was a tragedy, but it was all his after. But yeah, that was honestly like that's what happens. Like people will squat on you now, right?
No, exactly.
So I want to see a job letter. I might even go buy your fucking job. Sorry, not to swear, but I might even go buy your job. Forget calling, because you can make me call you and you play like you're Henry from Henry's Cameras, and then now I'm like, what?
Plus, when you do that process, you're kind of legally protected. But if you go under the table and you try to just deal with someone and now you want to complain to the tenant board, it's like, buddy, you didn't even tell us you were renting this property.
This is what happened to the lady.
That's what happened to my friend.
Right?
He wanted to stay longer, so they're just like, let's just rent it to him. Then after the renting thing went down.
That's exactly what happened with the lady.
Yeah.
She gave them a freaking lease for a contract, and now the man's like, I'm not leaving. And they're like, Airbnb's like, fam, like, why did you guys give them a lease?
Yeah.
And then now it's yours.
Because with Airbnb, it probably like it probably terminated. The lease was finished, his 2 months or whatever, and then once you make a new lease, like Airbnb is not involved, so they can't get involved. You know what I mean?
That's what happens.
It's between me and you. We have to go do this civilly for 3 years.
And also, the prices of rent have gotten so high in the city, and immigration is still a thing that's happening. It's flattened, but it's still happening, right? It's made it where a lot of people are like, fam, we gotta share this shit up, bro. So, after a while, like, how much more are you gonna make it where people can't even afford to live alone in this city, bro?
Exactly.
Roommate, you have a roommate.
Yeah.
I remember, let's say 2009, 2008, Lakeshore, 25th Street, $500 for a 1-bedroom.
What?
By yourself.
2009, yeah.
By myself. No, because then after you go down to Rosedale and those areas where, Bleecker and,
When I
apartments
first
were only like $1,000 sometimes. Like, what I mean?
No. I had a 2-bedroom apartment
For
in Parkdale.
700.
No, not 700. Not that crazy. But I had a 2-bedroom for like 900.
900.
when
What
I
year?
first moved out, this was probably like, I want to say maybe like 2014, 2015.
Okay.
Had a bachelor.
Yeah.
Only like 750, 8 bills.
And then 1 year later, it just went like this.
Yeah. And if the year that you're asking, that was like 07, 08, 09 times.
Yeah.
I was living, I moved from the 2-bedroom into a 1-bedroom after a while. Or no, I moved from a 1-bedroom to the 2-bedroom so that I can get the extra room. And it was just like a room where I was keeping my clothes and shit.
Yeah.
That's how much, it was just like, all right, let me just get an extra room for myself.
Because it's
You know what I'm saying?
$900. You make that in a night.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I think? You know what I think triggered the rent increase from back then was we had these like Chinese rich people come in that were buying all these condos
Property,
because if you're rich in China, you're limited in terms of what you can use your money on because it's still government money.
Yeah.
But foreign property was like a thing, and then they started doing that, renting it out to students, renting it out to their kids later, and then their kids became the renters, like the landlords.
And Canada had to make new legislation to limit the foreign investors that could invest in the real estate.
Crazy.
Yes.
No, but it makes sense because what these Chinese mans were doing, they were buying like 1-bedroom condos.
Yeah.
And then they're putting dividers in the living room. So now the 1-bedroom's a 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
With
Mexicans.
sliding doors and stuff. And it's like, bro, and then now they're charging $1,500 for the room.
Yeah.
The small room where you can barely stand up and thing, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like, okay, like when you rented that spot at Parkdale, like where was your tenant from?
My tenants.
No, that's a whole
like
thing.
who you rent?
Board.
You
I was
own
just
it.
renting in a building.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a board.
okay.
I was just renting in a building. So it's like that was just the going price at the time.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm
those
saying?
are regulated. Those like I feel like there's
I
certain.
was paying to a management company. I wasn't even like a straight landlord type.
When
thing.
I lived on Jameson,
Mm.
2011, 2012, he came out. I almost didn't pay my rent for almost a year. Won't even lie. And them times rent was like, for me, junior 1-bedroom, seven something.
Yeah.
And you still weren't paying it.
Didn't have to. them
I'd be
times that-
cheesed.
But
Like,
you
I
see-
see you on Much Music every day, bro.
Yeah.
Run me my 7
But no,
bills.
because I'd go on tours and then come back and pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? And then because you'd get the money. That's how. But 7 bills was nothing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Now-
even pay the rent because I'd be like, yo, I'll give it to you next month. Like, I'll give you 14.
I'd smoke a man for a 7 mil apartment right now.
Brethren, there's a place, and I'm not going to mention the place, but when I moved into it in 2016, I was paying probably around $1,300, 1-bedroom, right in the middle of downtown, and I got a month free
Yeah.
for moving in.
Yeah.
2016,
We need to
Yeah,
get back
bro.
to that still.
right?
Mhm.
And then somewhere along the way, in that same building, the price just started going up and up, probably around 2018, 2019. And now the 1-bedroom in there is like $2,300.
Madness.
Well, certain properties are also rent controlled, and they can only go up a certain amount per year. I think
Yeah.
it's like to match inflation.
Imagine that. I think I paid $1,250 or $1,300. From $1,300 to $2,300.
Dramatic.
Same amount of space.
Almost
But I also feel like the value of $1,300 has changed.
Yes,
So
but
it
not
almost
that
like
much.
balances out. Like we can't act like
Bro,
1,300 is the
that's
same
it.
as it is today.
Man said 2016.
It's not
That's
that far
10
away.
years ago.
Bro, the inflation shouldn't be going so crazy where 1,300 is the same as 2,300 in 9 years. So in 9 years, the 1,300 is going to be worth 3,300, bro.
Yeah. And
That'll
then you
be
can't
bad.
eat. You're not eating.
That's so fam, like,
If it's $3,000, that takes you for a month to survive.
When you go to
Some
Jamaica
people
right now, they put, okay, this costs $4,000 Jamaican, $5,000. That's going to be out here like, oh, this costs $5,000.
Yeah.
But a lot of countries
We
have
can't-
crazy rates of inflation. Like there are countries where it's worse. Where
We
it's
can't
like,
have that, bro. I don't think that is like,
We won't be able to survive, bro. It's too much.
It'll be-
well,
man.
that's why they're gonna have a great reset. Everyone's gonna be broke. The money number is gonna be ridiculous. They're gonna be, we need a new currency because like, what is our dollar even backed by?
Yeah. And this is also why, to bring it back to the beginning of our story, why the rent prices are falling now. Like, how much you going to stifle the people them? People are not even renting them anymore.
a
so
lot
the
of people are
demand
leaving.
went down.
They're leaving this. Like when I moved to Montreal, I think it was 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I was right by Centre Bell, downtown, beautiful, brand new condo. It was $1,600 a month.
Yeah, easy.
I'm like, yo, I could
live here.
probably retire out here.
Yeah, I was
still,
thinking
you know?
of-
Like,
Montreal is the cheapest, bro.
Yeah.
What?
I was thinking of getting something down there. Just back
Fam,
and
we used
forth.
to have back in the days, and this is the 90s though, like a 3-bedroom apartment downtown near Dawson College for $525. We would split it like, and there was 4 mans. Like we were using it for a trap. So me and my next homie wouldn't live there, but 2 other the homies were already would live there. So we split it in 4, fam. $125 each we would spend to have a trap spot,
you
bro.
are rich.
That's insane.
What? We were just making money hand over fist,
Yeah.
bro. It's stupid.
You could not be late on your rent.
It's like having a roof over your head it didn't even mean anything. fam.
Now
You
it's
have
like
a
half
couple
your
roofs over your head.
spending.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a mad thing, bro.
I hope it goes so down that Toronto could just wild out again.
We'll never get back to those times.
Those are the times.
Those were the days.
I know.
But anyhow, man, salute to all the people out there trying to get keep afloat. You know what I'm saying?
So how's the house market then?
Yeah.
What's the house market?
Oh, house market? It's
gonna pummel?
it's going down too.
We'll buy something.
Yeah. It's going down too.
Right,
So
right
keep your eyes open. You know what I'm saying?
Buying.
I think we can wrap
Oh
it here for
God.
the day here. We got a nice 2.5 hour episode.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.